Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I want to talk to you about the Kerala I know, the Kerala I lived in, the Kerala I used to go once a year and spend beautiful 1.5 to 2 months every year. I want to tell you my Kerala story. Let's get right into the show. I want to tell you story of Zubaida and Abdul Aziz Haji, a couple from Malappuram, a Muslim-dominated area in Kerala. I wanted to tell you their story. You see, a domestic help called Chakki used to work with Zubaida and her husband, a very pious Muslim couple. Haji itself means that this gentleman has gone to Hajj and come back. That is why he is called Haji. So a very pious Muslim couple. Chakki was not just a domestic help, she was almost part of the family for Zubaida. In fact, she was Zubaida's best friend in a way. And this happens quite a lot in Kerala, and I'll tell you more about it later. Chakki passed away. Chakki passed away and she had 3 kids. Sridharan, Ramani and Leela. 3 kids. Zubaida and Haji adopted these 3 kids. Mind you, Zubaida and Haji already had 2 kids of their own. They adopted these 3 kids, foster parented them. They never made them feel that they were different to their own children. But most importantly, none of these people were made to convert from Hinduism to Islam. Mind you, this family was a pious Muslim, 5-time namaz and absolutely religious. But they never ever converted those 3 kids to Islam. The kids remained Hindu. They practiced Hindu culture, they practiced Hindu tradition, they got married the Hindu way. That's my Kerala story. You know, there was a gentleman called Bek Krishnan in United Arab Emirates. Bek Krishnan met with an accident. In fact, he killed a man in an accident. He was given the death sentence, the death penalty. Now, in United Arab Emirates, according to their laws, there is something called as blood money. So you could go to the family of the person who is killed by accident, or if he's been killed by a person, the perpetrator can go to the family of the victim and pay them money as compensation and get pardoned from death sentence. In fact, they're allowed to go scot-free. Bek Krishnan didn't have money to pay the family. And came this gentleman called Yusuf Ali. Yusuf Ali, mind you, is the owner of Lulu's. Lulu is a big group in Kerala. Yusuf Ali, a Muslim. Yusuf Ali came to his rescue and paid 1 crore of rupees to the victim's family to ensure Bek Krishnan, a Hindu, is set free. Bek Krishnan is back in India. He is living a good life in India. Else, he would have died in United Arab Emirates. Yusuf Ali didn't pay this money because Bek Krishnan was another Muslim. Yusuf Ali didn't pay this money asking Bek Krishnan ke kaam karna bhaiya, you become a Muslim and I will pay you the money because I am a Muslim and I will pay you the money only if you become a Muslim. He didn't do any of that. Bek Krishnan continues to be a Hindu. Yusuf Ali continues to be a Muslim, and Yusuf Ali paid that money to Bek Krishnan purely because Bek Krishnan was a fellow Indian. He was a fellow Malayali. That's why Yusuf Ali, without even thinking twice, gave that money. This is my Kerala story. This is my Kerala story. Like I told you, I would visit Kerala 2 months in a year, right from my childhood. I used to stay in Maharashtra. My parents are from Maharashtra. I am a Maharashtrian. But I used to visit Kerala. I hail from Kerala. My parents hailed from Kerala. I used to visit Kerala. 2 months I used to spend in Kerala, like I said. And the highlight of this 2 months was a second mother to me, a lady called Aishi. We used to call her Aishi Umma. Umma means mother. She was my second mother. I remember her as fondly as I remember my mother. Both are dead. I remember as fondly as I remember my mother. I remember the food that she used to make for me. She was also a domestic help in our family. But more than domestic help, and I think that happens in a lot of Kerala families. There is no domestic help and all. Those people are part of the family. She was my mother's best friend. She was my aunt's best friend. They were best friends. They would discuss almost everything. They were like sisters. And Aishi Umma to me was like another mother. I would go to her house and I remember she used to make biryani. She had a small house. She would make biryani and that taste still lingers in my mouth. She would make that with so much love and so much affection. But I never ever would know that, she is a Muslim or for me, she was as good as my mother. Her children, she had 2 daughters, 1 son. Her children were like my siblings. They were like my siblings, nothing different than my siblings. This is the Kerala story I know of. And that's why it hurts. It hurts when you see people trying to divide a beautiful state where people live so cordially with each other. Aberrations happen. I'm not disputing that. Aberrations happen anywhere in the world. Stray incidents happen anywhere in the world, including Kerala. But by and large, it's a beautiful state. And it's a beautiful, and people live there very, very cordially. Now, what is the sad part of the story? The sad part of the story is this story that I spoke to you about Subeda and Haji. This story was also made into a movie. And this movie was called Innum Sondam Sridharan, which with love, Sridharan. This was a story that Sridharan, that young boy who was adopted by Subeda, spoke about. This story was also made. Beautifully made movie. Beautifully crafted movie. Well directed, well made movie. And I really am trying to promote this movie because this movie didn't cross 100 crores. Possibly because it spoke about love. Possibly it spoke about brotherhood. Possibly it spoke about oneness. No leaders, no political leaders, no celebrity spoke about it. Because that wouldn't help them, would it? That wouldn't help them to get votes. That wouldn't help them to polarize the society, would it? That wouldn't. So no leaders, no state heads, no political leaders ever spoke about this movie. Nobody promoted this movie. Nobody even spoke about it. And I don't know what money it made, but definitely not even 1/100th of what these kind of movies, the Kerala story made, Kashmir Files made. No, this movie didn't make that kind of money because love doesn't sell. Hate does. Love doesn't polarize, hate does. Love doesn't get you votes, hate does. Because we buy hate. And that's why I wanted to tell you my Kerala story. Right? From when I know of my Kerala, these are the stories I have seen. I have yet to see any love jihad. I have yet to see a Muslim taking a Hindu girl and going, I have not seen it. I am telling you my Kerala story. That's all for tonight, and thank you so much for watching me. And till I see you next time, that is on Monday at 10 p.m. Namaskar.